The leaks for the Siege of Paris DLC are out of control in terms of gear and weapons. I would of course also never post story spoilers and I don't want to see them myself. No, but we do have a look at dual swords, more scythe weapons, new armor sets we can get in the DLC and way more. I want to thank Andy Reloads, Gamerlil Games, Lexars Games and Pyrite on my Discord for sharing the footage. A link to their channel will be in the video description. So of course, if you like the Valhalla content here on the channel, then don't leave a like as it shows your support. And let's go. Congrats to Ella for winning my previous Helix credit pack giveaway. I've sent you an email and already started a brand new giveaway for 2,300 credits, which I will link to in the video description. Yes, not the pinned comment. Oh, and by the way, quick heads up, hello. I'll be going on a quick holiday break starting this Tuesday till the Tuesday after that. But don't worry, there will still be a ton of content here on the channel. Joyce and Dennis will be taking over. You of course saw their Siege of Paris trophy video already and seemed to like that. So expect more content like that, and it would be awesome if you could show the same support as you did on that video. Dennis will be taking over the weekly reset stream. He of course streams a lot on twitch.tv/JorRaptor already, as you might know. But now he will be also streaming on YouTube, so show your support there too. And we still have a ton of Valhalla news to discuss before we head into Paris. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a great week, even without me. And yeah, I'll be back before you know it. I did prepare a cool Sunday video though, about the future of Assassin's Creed beyond Valhalla. We got some interesting rumors, so stay tuned for that. For now, let's go back into this video. We're gonna end my streak before my holiday break with a banger. Let's look at that leaked Siege of Paris content. Because like I said, the gear items and weapons we can earn in the Siege of Paris DLC on August 12th have leaked. Let's start with that Paladin's armor. I mean, we already know the look, thanks to the Siege of Paris trailer, of course. Although we now see the helmet, which looks pretty cool. You see to get these items on the silver rarity and can then upgrade them and also get an appearance change. Like this, the fully upgraded Paladin armor with the golden touches. I think it looks even better. And we got the stats as well. It might actually be quite good, like the first perk that lets you consume more stamina and deal more damage is not as bad as I first thought, at like 5% more stamina consumption. Don't think you will really notice that. The 50 melee damage is not a real good trait, but we will see. And by the way, see some dual wield sword footage here, which I will touch on in a moment. First, the full set bonus, which I think is going to be amazing. You namely charge up 70% extra adrenaline from attacks. Like, that's gonna be wild. And shield blocks also consume less stamina. So if you like to use abilities, then I totally think that this will be a fun armor set to rock, as you can like spam them way more often. Seems like there will be 2 armor sets in the Siege of Paris DLC, while in terms of overall content, it should be similar to what we saw in the Rev of the Druids. The second set is the Reaper armor, which looks awesome. Upgrading the regular pieces doesn't really do that much, but what is interesting is that when you upgrade the headgear, which is a face mask, it turns into this awesome and pretty creepy headgear instead. Luckily, we can of course always switch back with the transmog system, but I think it looks pretty cool. The stats are pretty nice too. Maybe it turns out to be the best stealth set in the game, as it doesn't focus on stat increases, which are not really needed for assassinations. Now instead we get 15% health back on an assassination, which can be nice in combat with the Thorn of Slumber, for example. Time slows for longer when spotted by an enemy. I think that one in particular is pretty nice to kill an enemy with a bow before they can respond. 2 seconds is pretty long. In terms of weapons linked to the Siege of Paris DLC, it seems, and this might change, but looks like we're only getting the brand new weapon types. Lexars Games unlocked all of them in his video, and we see 4 scythe weapons and 4 one-handed swords. So that's actually quite a lot, like more than the 2 sickles we only got in the Druids DLC, which is still kinda weird. So yeah, if you love to use your one-handed sword that we got during the festival, then it's good to know that you can finally dual wield 2 of these blades on August 12th when the DLC releases. And from the footage we got, it looks really good. You use both weapons during the sprint attack, for example, but also during the different combos, maybe even doubling the damage. I can't wait to try this out myself, and we'll of course have videos up going over where you can find all these brand new weapons, when the Siege of Paris comes out. Don't expect a lot in terms of stats, like Lexar's Games goes over it here. We got the Eggbird with increased stun after each hit. We also have the Ring Sword with increases crit chance when dodging, which is like a really short bonus. We got the Poison Your Weapon after 5 successive heavy hits, and then also we got extra crit chance when close to full health. And yes, we also get 4 scythe weapons in the DLC from the looks of it, with more interesting stats like, for example, a kill chance with a finisher when an enemy has low health, or setting your weapon on fire on a light or heavy finisher. I've said it before, but I will say it again, I really can't wait to use these weapons myself. The range is really impressive, and also here it seems to be better when you use 2 of them at the same time. And I will totally share tips like I did with the one-handed sword on how to best use these weapons. You can, by the way, watch that video at the end of this one. Like, these sides look amazing too. And well, according to Andy, it seems like we will also be picking up brand new runes in the Siege of Paris that instead of 1 bonus, like we see now, we'll have 2 of them when you equip them, lowering the amount per stat. So for example, instead of the minus 1.5 way, you get minus 1 way, but also 1.5 extra evasion, while if you put like a solo evasion rune on your gear, you get plus 2. Other examples we see is extra melee damage and ranged resistance on 1 rune, speed and crit chance on 1 rune, stealth and assassination damage on 1 rune, and also health and armor. And we actually see new major runes as well based on the items we can get in the Siege of Paris DLC. We got the 85% crit chance when at 85% health or higher, which again we can also find on one of the swords in the DLC. So since launch we haven't found like runes based on items that were added post launch, but it seems that the Siege of Paris will kinda like do that for their gear. This one is amazing. Killing a target causes witnesses to back away in terror as an armor like major rune. And we actually find this perk on a brand new cloak in the DLC, and Dennis and Joyce will go more in depth on this in a future video. Again, they will be taking over the content this week. I'll be back next Tuesday, hopefully in time for the weekly reset stream, but yeah, give Dennis the support tomorrow. Like, that would be awesome. Subscribe for way more Valhalla content if you haven't already. A like on the video would really help me out. And totally check out my reset video on that one-handed sword. There are also like timestamps in the video bar, so you can quickly go to the tips that I give you on how to best use the sword. And you can watch this video by clicking on the screen. For now, I will speak to you next time. I have the Sunday video again prepared, but apart from that, it will mostly be Dennis and Joyce you hear this week. Give them the support, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.